Would I buy a 2020 Harley Davidson Sportster 48?
Roll that intro.
I am Anonymous Biker USA.
What's up, guys? How we doing? You can see the reflection in the mirror. We are at North Shore Harley Davidson outside of New Orleans, and today I am going to test ride for the first time ever a Harley Davidson Sportster 48. I have ridden every type of Harley there is, and somehow the Sportster escaped me. So today is that day.
You ride, so you know all the things, right?
Yeah.
But I've got to go through
Sure.
the basic stuff. So front brake, rear brake, clutch, shift lever, all in the same places. Sporty has a key ignition. 2 clicks forward is on. If you just give it that one turn, it'll throw you into accessory. It's one of the things that I do all the time.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about getting on a Sportster that makes me go goofy. Yeah, all the way forward gets to the ignition. All your lights, a la every Sporty, are right in here, so your neutral light is dead center.
Okay.
Speedo, clock, everything else is going to be right down here in your dash. You just hit this little button, it cycles you through all of your stuff, and life is good. So what I'll do is I'll set this for gear.
Okay.
Too easy. You get into a position where something happens, bike shits the bed, anything goes wrong, you know what I mean, you just need to stop for whatever reason, hit the hazards. Ignition has to be on for the hazards to turn on. Now when you kill the ignition, hazards stay on. You can't turn the hazards back off unless you turn the thing back on and turn the hazards.
Okay.
Cool?
Yep.
Ride your ride. At some point, I'll give you guys a little breathing space. That way if you want to pull on it a little bit and see what the motor is going to do,
yeah,
you'll have the room to do so, but don't feel like it's not a race, it's not a contest.
So here we go. Anonymous Biker USA on the 2020 Harley Davidson Sportster 48. And we are going to take a test ride on this bike and bring it to you. So let's get first impressions of sitting on it. Obviously everybody knows the classic peanut tank goes all the way back to the 40s. Very cool. Forward controls, key on the side, and everything else is ready to go. So let's see what my impressions are of the Sporty 48. I'm feeling a forward, pretty forward aggressive riding position. And we're gonna squeeze out here, do a little off-roading. We've got the far end mirrors underneath. Got to adjust that a little bit so we can see. And we're on a back service road here. Well, this thing's got a little bit of oomph to it. This is fun. I'm now into the sporty, the Harley Davidson Sportster 48, the 2020 model. So here we're just cruising along in third gear. Feels pretty good, man. You know, these stock bars in the seat, I haven't been on it long, I'm sure after a little while they get a little uncomfortable, but it's kind of fun in this aggressive sport position, I would say. The great thing about these bikes, as you guys all know, is they are extremely modifiable, and I think that's what makes them so fun. You can turn them into anything you want, and I can tell you right now, I would definitely put some apes on this. The bar end, I gotta get used to the mirrors down there. But some apes with internal controls wired. It's got that good vibration, that feel at a stop. I'd put some white walls on it and kind of put the Springer seat on it also and make it look like a little retro styled. Yeah, I like it. This bike's got some punch to it. And this is a bare bone stock 2020 Sporty 48. Now if you can hear his pipes, he's got the Heritage 114 and he's got a stage 1 on it, so not used to checking my mirrors down here. The guy just pulled out right in front of us. And we got a lot of vibration in the mirrors. Pretty cool. That takes some getting used to, getting those mirrors down there, but yeah guys, I like this bike. I'm in third gear, cruising about 50 miles an hour. Obviously these are extraordinarily nimble and they're bare bones, so you strap a sissy bar on this, you can put a bag on it and take some good trips. Got the full visceral effect of the sporty naked bike. No fairing, no windshield. Gotta love it. Motorcycle riding at its purest. The Sportster. I know a lot of you guys say that's a girl's bike, and I know our buddy Saddle Tramp often talks about that, and I have to agree with him. If you ride this bike across country, I want to see who that girl is, because that's no joke to take this bike on a long trip. But man, I really like this. So a little bit of specs on it. It's a 5-speed, 60 horsepower, 73 foot-pound of torque. It's got the small peanut gas tank, so pretty much averaging between 80 and 100 miles a trip, depending on how hard you are on it, or depending on what kind of modifications you put on the bike. Obviously that's going to affect the fuel mileage, but these bikes are not purchased for fuel economy, that's for sure. This is just a purely aesthetic, fun, visceral feeling of being connected to the road and being on an American classic that dates back to the styling of the 40s with the Sportster 48. Very cool. Gotta tell you, coming in, I didn't think this bike would have as much punch as it does. Love the look of just the bare Speedo right here. Yeah, you get some apes on this, and a Springer seat, some white walls. Pretty cool. I gotta get used to the mirrors down here. That takes me, and I'd put apes on it.
So the mirrors, that's a sporty guy thing.
Yeah.
Why the Sportster guys do that shit?
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. They're like, somebody mounted them upside down. On
Yeah.
And I find myself like,
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I get it. You know, everybody's got their own individual interpretation of style and what's fun. I had room in my garage.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely have a 48. They're just fun. They're fun bikes.
Yeah.
They are fun bikes. Infinitely customizable, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do all kinds of shit to a 48.
Yeah.
You know, and just make a cool little bar hopper out of it.
Yep. Would I buy a 2020 Harley Davidson Sportster 48?
No.
I know you're probably surprised by that. The only reason is I really like it, and it's $11,299 for the bike. I wouldn't buy it simply because there are so many used 40s you can buy on the market for between $4,000 and $7,000, and you get the same thing, and actually you probably get a lot more because most of those bikes have been modified, so you get a lot of cool parts on the bike as well. So that's the only reason that I wouldn't buy a brand new one. Now, if I didn't have any other bikes and I was looking for a bike, I could see why people buy these and then they want to make them their own. Totally get it. But for me, in my situation, I would get a used one and go that route, because most of it would have the stuff on it that I already wanted, so I could just ride it and be done with it. So, Mike Bruno's North Shore Harley Davidson, thank you. This is the Harley Davidson 2020 Sporty 48. Definitely love the bike. Would recommend definitely purchasing the bike, just not for me in this current situation. But yeah, this bike is fun. So let's do this. Let's hang back. Second gear. So here we are in second gear, and let's just punch it. Woo! Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the first time ever ride on a Harley Davidson Sportster 48. Like I said, guys, if you like the content, please subscribe, like, share, give it the thumbs up. It all helps the channel, helps it grow, and helps me try to bring better content to you guys. So thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget,
I am Anonymous Biker USA.